The meaning of the movie author Orpheus for reading 3 minutes published 23.10. 2021 updated 23.10. 2021 domestic drama, Zalinia, directed by Vadim Jubrovitsago, became one of the milestones of modern Russian cinema. After all, the picture perfectly depicted the experiences of the little protagonist of the movie, who faces the realities of life and copes with them. The formation of the girl's character is accompanied by a description of the reality, in which by the will of circumstances she fell. The poignancy of the drama leaves a trace in the soul of the viewer, making him think about life, his own path and the ability to endure and not give up even in particularly difficult moments. The sequence of the storyline development. 5-year-old Alina lives with her father and mother, but does not feel the family warmth and support at all. After the beginning of her mother's serious illness, her father decided to take her to Irma, Alina's aunt, so that the little girl would not see her suffering. She lives not in the city, and it is difficult for the girl to get used to the peculiarities of rural life. After all, and the children here are different from the city, they are less predictable, and free life imposes its imprint on the whole way of life. Irma's life is not easy, but she finds the strength to take her niece in. 2 of Irma's 3 children are yearlings of Alina. Not immediately, but still the girl manages to find a common language with them and becomes her own here. But the thoughts of a speedy return home and recovery of her mother are constantly in Alina's head. After all, only in her native home one can find a mental balance and receive support and love from close people. In one spring morning her father still appears in Irma's house, but, as it turns out, not for his daughter. During Alina's absence there were not the most pleasant changes in her family. Her mother died, and her father met another woman and is not going to take the little girl back. The betrayal of loved ones and the actual loss of loved ones in the very early childhood, these are the initial data for Alina, who is just beginning her life journey. As events unfold, Alina finds her new family. Many things do not go as imagined and desired. The internal conflict created by her father's betrayal prevents her from quickly adapting to the changing events. The meaning of the movie and the message to the viewer. The action of the picture unfolds in the 90s, when the whole reality of modern life began to change rapidly. It is not easy for everyone to adapt, and for a little girl, without loving sincere support, it is even more difficult to learn to trust people and find their place in life. Watching the movie evokes complex feelings in the viewer. Those who had the somewhat dubious happiness to live in the times described in the movie will indulge in real nostalgia. After all, everything here is reminiscent of the unforgettable 90s with their terrible instability and chaos in the country. For example, many will feel the bleakness and depressive state, characteristic of the period of that time. Gorbachev's speech in the background is a bright touch that gives the picture a special expressiveness and volume. The drama of the movie, Zalinia, can be called light. Excellent directing, carefully crafted dialogues and lively music combined with excellent acting make this picture an opportunity to enjoy the sequential course of events. The aftertaste after watching Zalinia is extremely positive, despite the somewhat depressing manner of narration and the difficult beginning of the movie. The ability of the director and screenwriter to combine the grayness of the general atmosphere and a touch of light humor make it easier to perceive the not-too-decent reality, and the stunning performance of the actors, even very young, will bring pleasure to watching, because from an ordinary film, Zalinia has turned into a real masterpiece with a lot of well-timed details.